Hi all, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another crafting tutorial. And in this one today I'm actually doing a follow-up of my previous video, which were these apartment buildings, which were very easy to make. Now some of you have asked it if they were playable on the inside. No, they are not. But I made something which is very heavily inspired by DM Scotty's tilescapes. And basically we're gonna make fronts of buildings, as you just saw in the previous. But it's very easy and it won't affect playability and it will actually be very cool. Alright, but without further ado, I'm gonna take you to the crafting table and let's do this! Come on! Alright everyone, so I'm gonna use 5mm foam board and a bunch of floors, doors and other things like windows and doors that I printed. Also my brick pattern paper. Now you will need 2 by 8cm by 10cm tiles and one 16cm by 16cm tile, and this will be for our indoor interior. Now first we're going to start by painting the edges black. Do that on all the tiles that you want. Now cut a rectangle that is 7cm by 16cm, and we're going to mark out the halfway point, which will be 8cm, and we're going to draw a line. Now cut another rectangle 2cm by 16cm. And this is will be where our front will be glued upon, and this is the base for our building, well, the building front. Alright, now for our glass door you'll need some plastic, cardstock and a barbecue skewer. Now from the halfway mark, measure 1.5 centimeter both to the left and both to the right, and 4.5 centimeters in height. Now we're gonna mark those lines, like so, and then we're gonna cut this away. This will be our door entrance. Now we're going to trace the door offcut on a piece of cardstock twice, and be sure there is more than 0.5 centimeter space on all 4 sides of the door. Now draw a frame of 0.5 centimeter all around this, like so. And you will end up with this, and next we will do is cut out the frame. So we're going to cut away the interior with a sharp X-Acto. And we'll end up with this, like so. And now you can paint this already silver if you prefer. Now with super glue, I'm gonna attach both parts on the clear plastic, creating, basically my glass door. Now let that dry, and then we're gonna cut it away. I'm also gluing a piece of barbecue skewer on top for the door handle. Now I retrace the door on the front and cut away the excess, and it will fit right in. With a barbecue skewer we're also going to mark this against the door, like so. And we're going to cut the marked parts, leaving about 4mm on the bottom and about 1 centimeter on the top. And that is important, to have 3 or 4mm on the bottom. Otherwise you won't be able to open your door. Now attach this with some super glue to the side of the door, like so. Now we trace our window printouts on our front, leave about 1 centimeter from the bottom. As you see me do here. Simply trace them. Now proceed to cut them out with a sharp X-Acto. Go slow, alright? Now glue the windows front and back on the cardstock, and then proceed to paint the frames and the doors and the windows black. Also the top of the front, if you prefer. Now we're going to trace this on the back of the brick pattern paper and cut out the door and the windows. Again using a sharp X-Acto, and go slow, alright? Don't force this. Now the windows are glued on cardstock, both front and back, as I mentioned, and we're going to start by, with a glue stick, attach the front and fold the brick paper over, like so, and glue that as well. Now while the glue stick dries, I'm going to glue on the 3 tiled floors with our floor texture, also using a glue stick. This is some carpet here, and you can paint this, of course, with contrast paint if you want to. This is just black and white. Now once it is dry, but only when it's dry, cut away the excess. Don't try to do this before it is dried, because you will tear up the paper. Or use some scissors. And here we go. Cool. Now next we shove our door into the frame and pierce a hole into the base. Like this. And when you put this on, we can open and close our door. Very nice, looking cool. Fitting in our windows, and look at this. It looks really cool to me. Put our tile behind, and as you can see, you can still open it. Now I'm gonna paint the base in concrete color, so black, stipple on some gray, a lighter gray, and an even lighter gray, doing a little bit of wet blending and letting it dry. And with hot glue I glued this part here and this part here, inserting the door, but do not glue the door, alright? The door has to be loose, only the frame needs to be glued on top of the base. Alright, cool, now let's make some walls. Cut a bunch of 1 cm wide foam board strips, then divide them into 8 cm, 6 cm, 4 cm, and 2 cm strips. Make a bunch of them, as many as you need, and glue 2 on top of each other. Like so. Next I quickly paint the door frame in a silver color, and also the handlebar, which is just a barbecue skewer as you've seen before. Alright, nice. Here you can see some parts of the wall, and a few more things I also made. Here are some simple doors. They can of course be painted with contrast as well, and in any color that you choose. Very easy, just glue that on a piece of chipboard base. And a separate window that can slit underneath the floor tile for some extra details. You can have a regular one like this, or you can have them boarded up for The Walking Dead. Now finally I'm gonna wrap the 1 cm walls around the brick pattern paper. Like so. Just go slow, press it, and I'm gonna paint the edges black. Now let's put this all together, as you can see here. Looking very cool. And this does not obstruct playability. I mean, you can move your models around. It still gives you a cool looking feel. And this, as I said, this is heavily inspired by DM Scotty's tilescapes from the DM's craft. Only I gave it a little bit of a modern twist for the zombie apocalypse or Batman or whatever games you want to play in the modern setting. And you can make any type of tile that you prefer, any type of building that you want. You can make corridors, you can make apartment buildings, you can make whatever you want actually. Houses, high schools, universities, libraries, you name it. Everything is possible with this system. And yeah, it still gives you a little bit of a 3D feel and does not obstruct playability. So you can set a door here, set a door there. And I do advise you to make a lot of doors and walls so you can expand on this however you want. You can make bigger fronts. You could even make the walls higher if you want to, but I'm just sticking with these. So yeah, really happy how this one looks, man. Very cool. All types of movement, and my hands can simply move free, no obstructions. So let's have a look at how everything comes together. So they enter the building, open the door. Here I also created the staircase. And here the zombies are following our group of survivors. One is trying to one is fighting the zombie. This one is trying to break open the door to run inside to safety. The others are helping fighting off the zombie horde. So yeah, cool. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video, and more to come soon, alright? Bye for now, everyone. Bye!